Transurfer and welcome to TransurfingTV. My name is Renee Garcia and this is my video on trusting after betrayal. This was requested by somebody close to me and she remarked, "Oh my God, how are you still trusting after betrayal?" And she was actually talking about this in a professional context, but it really applies to anything. Professional stuff, romantic stuff, family stuff, stuff with friends. So I am going to break it down of how I personally trust after betrayal and what not trusting after betrayal does to you, how it hurts you, how it keeps you from having more of what you want in your reality. But first, remember to like my video and comment below "I love reality transurfing" to enter my daily giveaway to win some of my reprogramming stickers. I sent out like 20 envelopes of these yesterday, so I am picking people every day. Please comment below "I love reality transurfing" and give this video a thumbs up, and you just might get a stack of these in the mail from moi. So with that, I will get to it. So one of the primary keys of why it is valuable to continue trusting after betrayal is because you have to. And I know this sounds like, well, I don't have to do anything, but if you want to excel and expand out of yourself, you are going to have to continue trusting, and I will tell you exactly why. So for those of you that have watched my videos on my box of limiting beliefs, right, that we all sort of create this box that we exist in, and the walls are comprised of our belief system, or our limiting beliefs rather. So we have this box that we live in, and this box signifies our comfort zone where we feel safe. A lot of the reason why people don't typically achieve the success that they want is all the things that they really want to have, not intend to have, but want to have, are outside of the belief system. So in order to incorporate more and better stuff, the walls have to be expanded. Now what happens is when we become betrayed, when we feel betrayed, when something's happened to us, and we're like, "Oh my God, I'm so hurt," or "that really sucked," or "I got dumped," or "I got fired," or "my business partner screwed me," or whatever it is, what we typically do is we actually retract the walls. So we bring the walls closer in because we feel in doing this, we will protect ourselves better for next time. The problem with that is obvious, right? The more the walls come back in, the further you get from having the stuff that you want to have in your reality. So the first step is to obviously acknowledge when you may be in the act of doing this, bringing the walls in. That is an absolute no-go. We do not want that, because this is you simply closing yourself off to the alternative space. This is you really declaring to your world that it is an unsafe place, and you limit your connection with the alternative space and essentially screw yourself out of a lot. So let's talk about briefly why the betrayal happened in the first place. So the betrayal probably happened because you did not pay attention, at least I know this is the truth for me, that I did not pay attention to my inner voice, that inner guidance, that guardian angel or the voice of my higher self that knew what was right, and it probably wasn't to get involved with that person or that thing or that endeavor, that venture, whatever it is, and I didn't listen. So this is the cool thing about reality transurfing. Reality transurfing teaches us to get in a very deep resonance with that inner voice of the soul, that rustle of the morning stars, that helps us to navigate situations before something like betrayal happens, or something that is undesirable in your reality. So paying attention to that voice is absolutely key. And again, you can go back and look at my previous videos on how to get that voice speaking more loudly. This is about self-care. This is about training yourself to listen rather than letting your mind do all the work. But again, go back and look at some of those previous videos, because this is an art and a skill all of its own. The second thing, usually people get themselves down a road too far where something unfortunate happens, like a betrayal or some sort of major disappointment of some type, and this is because of importance levels, too high of importance levels. So again, keeping importance always to an absolute minimum. And I will give an example of, let's say, a romantic situation that didn't quite evolve the way that you wanted it to. So let's say that you get involved with somebody romantically and your voice was ignored, because I know for 100% fact, past relationships that did not in fact work out for me, there was a voice there initially telling me not to go forward, but I didn't listen because I had high importance levels of things that I let pendulums convince me of. Well, I'm getting older, nobody's perfect, I'm not gonna find somebody exactly the way I like, this person's good enough, and I'm being too picky, and all of these sort of things. I let my brain do all the thinking. I didn't listen to that internal voice, and I started to go down a path where there was a lot of importance, there was a lot of excess potential, and I did not pay attention to the signs. Now, in this particular scenario, it's pretty obvious what is going to transpire, right? I had all my eggs in one basket, even though my soul, my heart was telling me no. I had high importance levels, and then something happened and I felt betrayed, and I was devastated because I was expecting a certain version of events to play out, and these events were really not in line with all these signs that I was getting and not paying attention to. So the betrayal happens, right? The betrayal happens in a big way. And my initial response is that I'm going to retract. I'm going to bring these walls back in closer. I'm definitely not going to push them out anymore. So what happens when I realize that I'm doing this? I am cutting myself off at the knees. I am putting myself into a smaller box, and I am limiting my connection with the alternative space. Now, how do I get out of that? How do I actually stop that from occurring and acknowledge that what I experienced was really a product of me not paying attention to certain things that I absolutely have learned now to pay attention to, being a reality transurfer. This is me acknowledging that it happened because of me. It happened because of choices I made. It happened because of a frequency I was resonating with. It happened because I ignored signs. Me taking accountability is me taking back this feeling as though, okay, the world's bad and I need to limit myself now because the world's bad. No, the world is good. My world was in fact always taking care of me. It was my choices, it was my frequency, it was my actions, it was my thought quality that led me to that place of betrayal. Now again, and I know I'm being super redundant here, but this absolutely is crucial to remember this. Anytime you start to retract, you are limiting yourself. If you want to have that romantic partner that you've always dreamed of and you were just betrayed, do not retract. You have to still push beyond, become more fearless, accept your accountability, and really put yourself out there learning from what you did wrong in the previous relationship. It's the same with business stuff. So it all boils down to you in the end. You are the creator of your reality. Whatever reality you are experiencing right now is a product of your thoughts, your action, your frequency. And in order to really get what it is that you want to have in this world, you must accept that accountability and work to expand the walls out and not in, even after an unfortunate event that ultimately was your doing, right? It was your creation. So what do you think of this video? Let me know if you believe what I'm saying. Let me know if you're doing this, if you are retracting after something has happened to you, and what maybe you do to push back against that and still expand rather than retract. This is the key here, everyone. So remember to like this video and comment below. I love Reality Transurfing to win some of my stickers. Bye, guys.